So what's going on?
I had to put the brackets up to go between the got them all screwed into place. What I'm going to do next, and I can do that even in the rain because I got a roof over my head now. I ripped this 2x6 in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure between the brackets, take my saw and cut them off to the right length, slide them right in there, and put screws in the sides. And that way when I put the plywood down, there are 2-foot sections that I can screw the plywood down to, make a solid floor. I'm still going to have to put, because of the doors closing, I'm going to have to put what they call a scab 2x4 on the inside here, so this is coming out to here, so I guess I can screw the plywood to on the front. I only have to do it on the front. So there'll be 4 scabs on there, but I've got this board here I can use for making a couple of the scabs, and I got some, I'll have some left over of that I can make scabs out of too, because all it's going to be is under the plywood. And now I got to get all this wood in before it gets all wet. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I want everything dry.
Had to repot some of my houseplants again today. It's been a massive repotting. So I'm pretty excited. That's a dwarf umbrella and a Florida Beauty. I can't think what the name is. I think it's a Dracea. And I have some more repots over here. I'm repotting like crazy to get everything. Clay has a nice heater in our greenhouse, so. And this is like a little workstation. We have a temperature gauge, which this is the actual one. Scissors, hanging plant holders, the dustpans with the floor, dry cloth, tape. There's all kinds of things you're gonna need inside your greenhouse. And of course, these are the plants that he was doing yesterday. I have some outside plants started that I'm going to be moving around. This one here, I don't understand. No matter how many times I water it, it looks dry as a bone. These guys have already been outside, and I'm kind of just starting this. It's our hens and chicks and our lavender, but this is just the start. These guys have already been outside, so I'm not too worried about them. Yeah. We are trying to get as much done as we can and also do social distancing. So it's hard because there are things we have to get, but we really are putting off as much as we can because of the social distancing. So we have to schedule a bunch of things if we have to leave.
Well, I've got to get some inch and a quarter screws. I want to make sure I get the right, because I've got 1 5/8 is what I'm going to put the plywood down with, or put the brackets down with. So I think 1 1/4 should be able to put the plywood down.
And just to make sure I do a correction too, we're not under lockdown in New York. We're on a stay-at-home.
We're a stay-at-home. I'm going to sit down for a minute.
So it's not a lockdown, and one of my followers pointed that out, which is, I knew that, but I worded it wrong, so I apologize for that. So
My nose is
he's been out groveling down below, so he's getting tired. Oh, look at my outfit. I have
the brackets, all that bending is what I had to measure and bend.
Show my outfit, don't show me. Well, they got to see how great I look.
I want them to see your outfit.
Because I'm going to go out like this, because I don't care. It's all right, but I did have some checkered pants on, and we decided that wasn't good. So we did some little flippy floppy. I got wet hair, I jumped out of the shower. But this pond here, we're definitely, I know we've been going back and forth, but we're going to take it out. It's just, we don't enjoy it. It's just a big mound of work.
Just something I got to mow around.
Right, so we're going to be working on this all summer long. It's not a quick, in your face, has to be done project, but we're going to slowly take it apart until it is gone. I am super anxious to work on the bees. Probably more anxious than Clay for some reason. Probably because he is overwhelmed, but I love the bees. So I am waiting for our first swarm. We have more things we want to do with this, but it's too early for the bees, but it's better to be early than late, just in case, right? You're gonna feed the quail.
I gotta unhook the wagon. I gotta put the tractor away, and I got the quail or the quail feed in the wagon. I'm just gonna pick it up, walk it over there, and then come back at the tractor, put that away. Then all we have left is just the chickens.
If you don't like that soup that I'm making, I can take some fish and put it in the refrigerator. We can have fish tonight. I know you're not happy about the soup.
I'm not wild about chicken soup.
Okay, so it was something in the freezer. It's been in there for a while.
You can have chicken soup, and I can have some other soup.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
Do you want fish? Because I'll put the fish to thaw out till we come back, and that way you're not eating the soup, and we'll give that
old. You can do that, and if we
we'll give the old soup to the chickens.
If we don't eat the fish, we can eat it tomorrow.
And if we decide to eat soup, we can. But if not, we'll give the chickens can eat chicken.
They've got the sniffles, so the soup probably won't hurt me at all.
Well, it's good chicken soup, but I know sometimes there's just those meals we never waste. But that's a pretty old chicken soup in there, huh? And I opened up a can today.
Well, it's not old. We made it, this winter.
I know. He's not big on chicken soup.
I'd rather have tomato soup or something like that than chicken soup. I never was wild about chicken noodle or chicken stars or any of that stuff.
But you know what? We probably need to eat that chicken soup.
We can eat the chicken soup.
You know why?
I'll survive.
Because I don't like to waste.
We don't need to waste it.
Yes, we don't. So we're going to eat it. And it'll be an extra meal.
Probably not that much of it. We put it into like 6 cups.
We can eat hot dogs with it, or grilled cheese, or whatever.
Or whatever we want to eat.
Or fish with it.
I'll put up with it. I just didn't want to start cutting up the 2x4s because it looks like it's going to rain. I want to get the tractor put away and get the quail and chickens done before it rains.
I have a really bad headache. It's from the weather.
Sinus is probably because of the humidity.
True.
So did you get everything you wanted to get done in your greenhouse?
No, I never get enough because I have a lot more to do.
How'd you make out with your berry bushes?
Well, what happened was I'm learning to rescue things. Before something dies, if it has any life in it, I try to repot it. We took apart a raspberry that we thought was dead, and we saw little tiny roots, so we're going to hope that it works out. So, you know, it's a good way to rescue plants before they die, repot them, because you'd never know.
Well, I had sprouts coming up.
Yeah, that's what that one will make it, but I threw a couple of the other branches in just in case. I really don't feel like going, but I do want to go.
I don't feel like going either, but
I don't know.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so and I really can't do anything.
Well, I don't want to hold you up if you got things to do.
I just figured to get it done with.
I think this is a splinter in my hand. Probably. Because I had a splinter somewhere else. But it was funny because I put salt on it. You know how they say put salt in a wound?
Don't rub salt in a wound is what they say.
Yeah, but it has healing properties, but you really need to talk to your doctor about it because there's ways to do it. And you know, you don't want to be like encouraging an infection if your salt isn't good.
Well, let's go and take and feed them babies.
Okay. You got to go get some food out for them?
It's right in the back of the wagon. Just got to carry it over.
Okay. We taking the dog with us?
We can. All we got to get is a box of screws.
Yeah. And a house plant.
No.
Well, they might not even have anything I need. I'm looking for a wandering Jew and a spider plant. Believe it or not, I have not been able to find them anywhere. And it's funny because my sister has them, but you know, she lives in another state. It's just too much. It's easier just to keep on the hunt for them. Oh, darling. Darling, darling, my true love, come a swooping from. That dog's been following me around the house. He wants to go outside, but I didn't want to bring him out right now. So he'll be happy if he goes for a ride.
Well, those little
my
punkies
pencil
are coming out, so I want to get the animals done before the punkies start eating me alive.
I know it. I know it.
Oh boy.
You tired?
Yep.
Tired. We're in the north, but I have a lot of southern family and family in Florida. I have family all over the country now. Oh. I haven't been talking about my weight on Mondays, guys. I'm still losing weight, but I don't want to bore you with the tediousness of it because...
Don't bore me with the tediousness of it, dear.
I mean, what am I going to say? I'm just eating less every week and going down. So you guys could just watch me become half the woman I am.
We can always go after I take a nap.
That sounds like a plan.
Part of getting old.
You going to take a nap first?
Depends on if I can fall asleep after I get all this done. I might be hyper because, you know.
I have a headache. I'd like to take a
I get all hyped up
ibuprofen.
and then I got to continue doing something.
Plus my hair is wet.
But at least if I'm at this point now, I can measure and cut and put the screws into them, and I should be able to have all that done within about an hour tomorrow, even if it's raining heavy.
I know, well, I don't like to sit around too long.
Well,
so let's get moving.
Feed.
Let's get that feed.
Yeah, I gotta pick up that pencil yet.
I can get it. It's hard for him to bend down. Well, the doctor said when you went for your hip that he thinks you damaged your back before, so that's one of the things.
I'm fine standing up and moving around, but it's that initial bending.
Yeah. Oh, you had the food right with you now. That's cool.
What I just said, it was in the wagon.
We got to clean those cushions off on those chairs. That's why they're out there.
And take them that laundry mat, put them in the big washer.
I was hoping to sneak them in our washer. One at a time with a bunch of towels and sheets or something.
Yeah, you can put them right in big washers right in.
Social distancing.
What's that?
Of course, our town is so small. There's not that many people in the
Fill up your
town.
water jug too.
But we are trying to be smart. Where my mom lives, she can't even leave her apartment without wearing a mask now.
In the city.
Well, she lives in a suburb. But really, anything outside of the country seems like the city because the way of life is a lot different. And really, nobody hardly, well, people do live in the city, but the city doesn't, like our city in Syracuse, probably Rochester is the same way. Like all the stores close really early, actually in the city, because it's like the business district. But then there's other things like great restaurants and movies and theaters and stuff too that you can go. Baseball games and things like that. But as far as people actually living in the city, there's a lot of people that live in the city.
Get a couple of good sunny days, I've got to butcher some quail too.
Oh yeah. Whereas the suburbs is non-stop 24-hour life, right? Pretty much.
I'm trying to get this building done so I can get stuff out of the garage and the back porch.
Oh yeah.
One project leads to another.
Well, hello, little quail. Are you having a drink?
Nice thing about this 5-gallon bucket, it holds the water for a good 3 days. And it's full.
Yeah, I was hearing on survival, because it's on a book I'm reading, Cyberstorm right now, I'm reading a book. It said cold, heat is the worst thing if it's cold, then water, then food. Because if you get cold, you can die in a couple hours. If you
wonder what this is. It's
yeah.
wild chives that grow in my lawn all over the place.
My husband will eat anything on the ground.
I don't eat everything on the ground. I only eat what I know what it is.
I know. He knows things. I don't usually eat things because I'm the city girl, but I've been in the sticks for 9 years. But I love it. Okay, but anyway, they said heat, water, and then food. Because you can live without food for long days, water a few days, and then heat a few hours, you can die, which I didn't know that. And also, if it's cold outside, you think you can eat the snow, it'll bring your body temperature down, so it's actually bad for you.
That's kind of obvious.
I know, but you know, if you had no water...
Well, you melt the snow.
Yeah, I know, but they're just saying that, because that book's pretty good. It's a freebie on Kindle right now, so I'm almost done with it. I would have finished it last night, except my husband and I decided to watch the Minions again.
I love the Minions.
I know. So
That's what I want a mask of, the Minions.
So we always have to watch certain movies together. So, and what's that other movie I like with
Transylvania
Hotel where they go on the cruise ship? That's pretty cute. So I like that.
They got their turkey mash. Now they got to get their laying mash.
You guys are gonna get some laying mash.
Not that they haven't laid anything yet. But
these are the ladies, and how many male are in with them?
I have 5 males in with those.
These are the ladies, and these are the bachelors. They get no females.
They got 12 females over there.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, because I'm going to butcher them.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be lunch. We haven't had quail in a while. There's no shortage of meat up here, by the way, guys. We don't have a shortage of meat. I think the factories that are shortages must be far from us up here in upstate New York. So we've got tons of stuff.
Okay, that's one side.
Yay! They're jumping for joy.
Get them covered back up. Gotta get their building done too.
Oh yeah.
This is just their summer home, and it isn't even summer yet. Okay, boys, you wait a second. I'll get that stuff out and give it to you. Dust all over me.
So if you're new to our channel, these are quail.
They're Cotornic quail. These are farming quail where you can farm to eat them.
And they are delicious.
And you don't need a permit to own them.
And some people keep them even as a house pet, but not very often.
Usually you use button quail as house pets.
And button quail you cannot eat. They're
Button
pets.
button quail are about a third the size of these guys.
Yeah. But they are real pretty. Button quail are real pretty. We've had button quail before.
Alright, let me get this filled. Let the boys get something.
And over there is the guinea hen. That making their noise. They say buckwheat, buckwheat. That is guinea fowl. They are like an alarm system for our farm. If they hear any noise, and over there you hear another one. They're great for predators. They eat snakes and ticks. And these are Brahma chickens. So here he is. So things are starting to go on our little farm here, our little backyard farm. With the furry critters.
Not too many furry critters.
The kittens, the dog.
Alright, there's enough for them.
Yeah, I saw Branch this morning, man. He was like sprawled all over you when I was making coffee this morning.
Yeah.
He didn't even come outside. He was like, I'm sitting here with Dad. I'm just all chill.
There you go, boys.
So
Closed up. Make sure your water's working. Always want to make sure them waters are working.
oh yeah.
I go through a lot, but
Should we shut the greenhouse up?
I thought it was shut up.
Well, I opened it.
You shouldn't open it in this weather because
I know.
you're constantly doing it.
I know. I was moving things around. It feels so good when you're cold outside. Oh, it feels so good. But I do have to shut it because it's really not that hot in here. Here's the heater, and it is going. But my outside plants are so much happier out here than in the kitchen window. It's a constant checking. I just love them. I was going to come out here and check them. I love plants. I've always loved plants. I stopped having a lot when you're raising little kids. And work, and it takes a toll on house stuff. Because you're busy doing other things, I suppose. This is Clay's favorite flower, and look, it just opened. This is a fuchsia, and you can grow these in the house. But we're going to grow these outside. But it's really nice if it's cold and rainy. It's just like great. We, meaning my husband, built this out of cattle panels. This is greenhouse plastic, because if you use any old plastic, it might last for a year or two, but then you're going to have to change it. And greenhouse plastic lasts probably about 4 years. But we haven't really got as much use out of our greenhouse as we wanted, just because after we built it, we had other things going on. Oh, there he goes. Well, I guess I can shut the greenhouse up myself. I really don't need him. The window's shut. The heater's on. I'll just shut it up. There you go. Okay, I guess I'm gonna let you guys go. We're gonna have to get our mask and everything ready. We gotta get some screws, or he won't be able to finish this project. And we wanted to go at a time when there wouldn't be a lot of people there, so social distancing. Okay, guys, like, subscribe, share this on your social media, and remember, big or small, you too could be a backyard farm.